Hello, my name is Pat Dietrich, and I'm here today speaking with John. John, you've been involved with the Senior Centre in Medicine Hat for quite a number of years. What brought you to the centre initially?
After my retirement from the city in 1998, I took about 6 months off from active things and took some vacations. Then I wanted to get involved in the community, so senior service was one of the things I liked it. So I joined in 1999. I took the full membership with senior services. Yeah.
If we could focus first of all on the fitness aspect of seniors, tell me how you got involved with Fitness for Seniors.
The Fitness for Seniors was an idea that came from Marlene Egbert, who was a volunteer coordinator, and somebody donated us one treadmill, which was put at that time at the Strathcona Center upstairs. So that's how it started. Then we had about 5 people, seniors, came to exercise. Then more and more people were interested in it. So that's where it started. And also, we had the support for the community to buy new equipments. Senior Services Foundation was one of the biggest supporters. There are so many people. It's on our plaque there showing who are the people who donated. Second one is seniors want a comfortable zone to exercise. That one was because I'm a senior, I found. So we thought of something that is more suitable for seniors to relax and coordinate and then have it. And also, it's a social gathering. And that's another one we thought of it's a reason for people to get out of their homes and come out and socialize. So Weiner Center was an excellent situation. People come, exercise, then they go upstairs for a coffee and relax and all that. So that's how it started.
So it started kind of a grassroots from the membership coming forward with an identified need, and equipment was purchased through donations, and then it moved to the Weiner Center, is that correct?
Yeah, we started at upstairs, and then in 2003, because we had few treadmills came in, so that's the time it was suggested to move to Weiner Center, and the only suitable place was downstairs. But that corridor area was converted into a gym area. It worked out excellently well, and that way people could come and then relax and exercise. Also, we had a support from the health department. We had a person coming from the health department to give an assessment for the seniors, how to do the exercise and all the rest of it. So that was an excellent one because we wanted to be sure that seniors are doing properly.
Mm-hmm.
So,
and I noticed that it was not just called a fitness area, it was a fitness and wellness center, which I thought was very appropriate.
yeah, we had a competition for the name, and we requested people to suggest what is the correct name was, and the winner was Weiner Health and Fitness Center.
Yes.
So we had tremendous number of names nominated, but that fitted very well for that one.
Right. I've got a list here of some of the donors or the ways in which equipment was purchased. I'll just run through them, and then perhaps you can do a little bit more explanation about them.
Sure.
The Senior Citizens Advisory Foundation.
They were the biggest supporter for us.
Alberta Sports, Recreation, Parks and Wildlife Foundation.
Yes, they also gave us, that's provincial government authorities, they gave us some money for that one, yeah.
Community Foundation of Medicine Hat in southeastern Alberta.
That's correct, yeah.
And then the Rotary Club and the Sunrise Rotary Clubs.
Yes.
Alberta 55 plus, Zone 1.
Yes.
And then private donations. So it's interesting to see that it was not, that the support came everywhere from private donations right up to provincial. support,
That's
which was
correct.
very good.
Yes.
Now, who was the person who got all of these donations?
I had contacts with some of these people, and then to get the provincial grant, I contacted our MLA, and they helped us to get the foundation money from the provincial government. Yeah, so it was a good, and I want to tell you something. When I approached people for donation, they never hesitated. They immediately said, "That's a good one, good project," and they supported me very well. And at the end, almost $100,000 worth of equipments were there on that fitness area. So that was ideal. And before I selected any of the equipments, I always obtained information or the what the people like to do it. And one of the things that people who helped me said, for the seniors, we don't need any heavy equipment. We need some equipment that's very comfortable for seniors. So the equipment I selected was suitable for seniors only. Yeah.
Right. Now again, you've said that it's important, that you feel it's important for seniors to have their own place to exercise and to use fitness equipment. Can you elaborate on that just a little bit more?
Okay, at one time, city was thinking of, before we moved from Strathcona Center to Weiner Center, they were suggesting whether we should use the public gymnasium or the city. And for about a month, they temporarily closed the Strathcona Center and requested us to go and use the exercise area. And all the seniors came back with, they were not comfortable. It's a different generation they were feeling, so it was not the comfortable zone for them to exercise. And that is where the city accepted the fact that we need separate one for the seniors. And that's how it evolved into the Weiner Center, and it enhanced from there.
Mm-hmm. And you had mentioned that the concept of socialization is very important. Because seniors can get isolated very easily.
That's right.
This is a way to promote socialization.
Yeah, and also we had a visit from the Minister of Health and Seniors Health Service and Seniors Minister. And one of the things that commented was, when we have 250 people exercising every month, and that shows that 250 people are not in their hospitals. So the minister, suggested this, and the minister was very, very pleased with that statement. So that's one way to look at it, how you can get seniors in healthy conditions. And that's where it all started and continued, yeah.
So it really talks about health promotion for seniors.
That's correct, yeah.
You mentioned a little bit about how popular the fitness area was at the Weiner Center, and that it started with a very, very small number of people and then grew to, you had said?
Yeah, almost 250 members, and then I have stats available, and I used to look at it, how many people came one day. We almost had 100 people, over 100 people each day. So except for summertime, it was reduced, but the winter time, we had tremendous number of people exercising that one, yeah.
Why is making this work so important to you? Why was it so important? You must have put in countless hours and many, many phone calls, talking with many, many people. What drove you to see this to fruition?
I was very fortunate in the situation I'm in and healthy and everything. And that's one of the things I wanted to give others an opportunity to be healthy. And if you have a community with healthy seniors, that is the biggest advantage the community can have it. So that was one of the things, and helping and understanding the seniors, the atmosphere they want to exercise was, I was aware of it from my background. So that's why I wanted something special for seniors. Yeah.
I also heard a comment that I felt was very appropriate for you, and it was, if you want something done, ask John. So they asked, and you certainly provided with that. The concept of the senior center is evolving with the expansion and rebuild of the Viner Center. Fitness for Seniors now is going to go full circle and will be back at Strathcona Center with a designated room for equipment. How do you feel knowing that you were very instrumental in creating this opportunity?
I'm pleased to see that city is continuing that concept. That's the biggest reward for me, that they recognize it's an essential part for the seniors. I think that's where I would say I'm pleased that city is continuing, and I'm hoping seniors will enjoy it. Yeah.
Certainly, if you were wearing a cap, there'd be a big feather in it, John.
Thank you.
Now, let's talk about the outdoor fitness equipment at Lions Park, a different form of fitness area. How did you become involved with this?
That project was again suggested by Marlene Hegbert, who was a coordinator, a volunteer coordinator. She came with the idea and talked to me whether I could raise some funds, and then we contacted the Blue Imp to give a concept of it. They gave us a plan and the concept of equipments, and it was about $80,000 is the one I had to raise it. The first people I contacted was a Senior Citizens Advisory Committee Foundation. They gave me $20,000 immediately. Since this was going to be in the Lions Park, I requested a meeting with the Lions Club, and I attended their evening meeting and did a presentation for what was the concept we are going for it. And they asked me a question there, how much money are you expecting? And I said $20,000, and they approved it immediately. There was no hesitation. I was surprised with the thing. Once I got the $40,000, I applied to the provincial government for the grant, matching grant. They gave me $40,000. Within about 2 to 3 weeks, we had $80,000 in our hand. And it was surprising. The province was very much pleased with the concept we had, and they didn't hesitate to match the grant. And everything came in, and Blue Imp was excellent in building that, and they took pride in having this as their star project in Medicine Hat, and it's a good one, and people appreciated that one. And it's still in existence there.
Yes, yeah, that's just what I was going to ask. It still is there. It's used by anyone in the community.
That's correct.
Certainly,
Yeah.
Young mums with young kids go down and use it.
Yes.
Once the renovations are complete at the Viner Center, it will be more accessible. But that's wonderful.
Yeah, it was surprisingly, I was surprised with the quickness I was able to get the money. And that's how it evolved, and I should still give the credit to Marlene Hegbert for the idea she came with, and I was able to carry on her request. Yeah.
Again, she came to John, and John got it done. We've been focused on your involvement with seniors fitness, but you've been involved in other volunteer positions for sure throughout the community. Can you tell me more? And I'm thinking we'll start with Meals on Wheels.
Yes, I started Meals on Wheels as a temporary a person available for request in 1999. And in 2000, I started as a full-time volunteer for Meals on Wheels. And I still remember it was the Crescent Heights that I went, somebody took me around, showed me how to do it. And then I've been a full-time volunteer from 2000 onwards. And a couple of things I want to say is, you don't realize how this is appreciated by the people unless you are on the spot delivering the meals. The people really appreciate. These are seniors who, in 2000, most of the seniors were staying in their own homes. And this was another way of sometimes we were the only visitors for them, and they expect you to have spent a few minutes there, have a conversation, and I can tell you some of them have some small chores to be done, and I can give you a couple of examples on that. One was, as I walked in, the lady said, main breaker tripped, whether I could go, and fortunately I have a flashlight in my car. I took the flashlight, went and put the breaker back on. She was really appreciative of things. There are so many small things, and other one is there was one lady who was sick, and I was able to take her to the doctors because her daughter couldn't make it such a quickly. So these are something that you can be comfortable and be helpful. What I would say is, if I were in that situation, how I would like somebody to treat me. That's the way I look at it, and then it's a great pleasure. It's something, unless you come and visit with me to see, you won't appreciate what a pleasure it is. Yeah.
And so these are meals that are prepared at the presently at the Strathcona Center, or at the Viner Center.
And they prepare it. We are supposed to pick it up by 9:30, and we should deliver it by 11 o'clock. The reason for that is, if the meals are not delivered by 11:15, the customers can call the Viner Center and say, we never received it. There can be some confusion, or something might have happened, or sometime they would have asked their children to call, it didn't happen. So we could still deliver the meal before 12 o'clock. So that was the old rule we had, and it's still working perfectly. Yeah.
So what do you get out of being a Meals on Wheels driver? It's a huge commitment when you think of having to drive in all sorts of weather, and really, as you said, not only just deliver nutritious meal, but be that social contact for people. You would get to know them quite well.
Yeah, what I get out of is the appreciation by the customers, how cheerful they are to see you. You can bring some smile into somebody. That is much more than you can expect, you know. So it's not what I monetarily gain, is what I can do to the community and the other people. So that's the way I look at it. Yeah. It's not for me. What can I do for the people? Yeah.
John, you've been recognized many times for your dedication and commitment to the Medicine Hat community. There's a long list of awards, and I'm going to go through just a few, and maybe you can tell me a little bit more about them. So the Golden Hero Award.
Yes, Golden Hero Award was the one that was done by the Viner Center for the seniors who have done things in the community. So it used to be an annual event, and they select a number of people who have outstanding people who are volunteering in the community. And it was a great pleasure for me to get that, and I really appreciated Viner Center recognizing my service. Yeah.
And then there's the Certificate of Appreciation for Meals on Wheels. And that was given to you after how many years of service?
Yeah, this is a 15-year service. I got one. So that's, again, recognizing, yeah.
Then there's a Living Healthy Award, Seniors of Distinction.
That's right, there is one, yeah.
And a nomination for Minister's Senior Service Award. The City of Medicine Hat Seniors of Distinction Award. These are very heady words.
Yeah.
My. Certificate of Appreciation from the Senior Citizens Advisory Committee.
That's right.
And this said, I think it's very important, for advocating on behalf of all seniors in our community. So it's not just those folks that go to the senior center. It's for all people, all seniors within Medicine Hat. The Stars of Alberta Award. So we're talking provincial now.
That's right, yeah.
Yes. Yeah. And then the Canada Day Appreciation.
That's right, yeah.
One of the comments on one of your awards is, your service makes a difference. And John, your service has been of great range, many, many, many hours, and it certainly has made a difference in this community.
Yeah.
You've also been involved certainly with the Senior Citizens Advisory Committee.
Yes, yes, I was involved in that. So I was served as a chairman at one time, and it was a good transition time, and it was a good opportunity to serve the seniors and represent the seniors at the committee meetings and council ones. So that was a great pleasure.
Mm-hmm. And then the Canada Day Committee.
Yes, I was involved in the Canada Day from 2003 to 2013. Yeah, so it was again almost 10 years, and it was a great opportunity, and I was proud of the excellent programs we put in that one. Yeah, so that's one.
And then the Fifth Avenue Memorial Church.
Yes,
You're
I'm a
active
member
with
of the
them.
church and all that.
Yeah. The Rotary Club.
I'm a member of the Rotary Club. I'm a member of the Kiwanis Club.
And then the Daffodil Project.
Yes, I'm involved in the latest one on the Daffodil Project.
Mm-hmm.
There was another one that we used to have it. It's called a Wheels to Meals. Okay, that was again, we used to meet on Fridays, first and the third Fridays. We picked the people from their houses or the residents and bring them to Weiner Center at about 11:30, and their lunch was served at 12. By about 1 o'clock, we take them back. That again was a great opportunity to meet the people, and they appreciated it. I will tell you something humorous which happened. I used to call them by Wednesday to confirm that I'm picking them up. One week I didn't have time to do it. On Thursday morning, I started getting people calling me, are you going to pick me up or not? So it was again, it's a great pleasure to pick up these people, bring them and see the enjoyment they have. And it's an opportunity for them to be out of the houses and come and meet people. So that's one I look at it, yeah.
What keeps you getting involved?
The reason I can do something to help people. That's the biggest, it comes from my background from back home, and that's the way I was brought up in. It's not what I gain, what I can do for others. So it's so simple, and it's something that keeps me going, and I take a great pleasure in helping the people. And the result of that is I get a lot of help from people. So I'm also a winner. I'm not a loser. Yeah.
I know that, John, you had said to me, what I do reflects on me. And certainly you have done so very much for this community. Now, your background, John, you're not from Canada.
Yeah, I'm from India. I'm from Kerala, South India. So I was born in India, and then in my high school time, my father moved to Ceylon at that time. So I was in few years in Ceylon. Then I was there for their independence as a Sri Lankan. Then for the university, I went to London, England. I'm a graduate from the University of London. Came to came to Toronto in 1967, our centenary year, because we had an opportunity. Canada was recruiting a lot of professionals from England, so I had the privilege of come as an immigrant with the help of the federal government. So I started working in Kitchener, Ontario as a first job there. Then in 1980, I came over to Medicine Hat. And then people ask me why I came to Medicine Hat. I want to say I was in a German town in Kitchener, and the second German town in Canada is Medicine Hat. So I thought moving to the other one is good, yeah.
Well, thank you very much, John, for taking time. You're a very, very busy man with all the volunteering that you have done and still do. Tracking you down is a feat. I also want to thank you for being a very inspirational senior in Medicine Hat. Thank you.
Thank you, and it's a great pleasure. Yeah.
Thank you for watching this segment of our Oral History Project. We're interviewing inspirational seniors that have made a significant contribution to the lives of seniors throughout the sharing of their passions and their leadership. For more information on this project, please check in at the Viner Center Reception Desk.